yung mga extra stuff growing up. And I am a proud product of a public school. No, sino dito yung mga proud product ng public school? Di ba? So I would appreciate if you would interact through the chat box para bibo, no? Para bibo and para natural lang. And then nindot sad if I can uh, see your chats here so that yan. Okay, so si Hera lang yung nag-chat. Anyway, sige, so proud product of a public school, and of course growing up, no, it was a struggle then kasi I before talented talaga ako kuno no with regards to graphic designer din ako before IMG. So I know how to draw, paint, something like that, pambato ng mga poster making. There was one time I think that was in high school if I'm not mistaken, and parang sa division level then I need to compete to represent the school. But then yung materials pala nung competition should be bought by my parents, so not provided by the school. And you know what, when I said it to my mama, umiyak siya kasi hindi niya afford yung material. So that is why sinabi ko sa teacher ko, na lang, hindi na lang ako sasali sa contest. And ever since growing up, it having limited resources would affect your nakahilak nung kung sayuhan nakahilak. Anyway, having limited resources growing up, it would affect your self-esteem and your anong tawag dito, mga potentials in life. So growing up, I was introvert. I don't participate in any extracurricular activities kasi para sa akin gastos lang yan and things like that. And it was bakit ako emotional, diba? So it was not it's something na shouldn't stop our kids, no. I told myself na kung ano yung hilig or potentials ng anak ko, dapat hindi siya ma-hinder or hindi siya ma-stop because of lack of resources, no. Yan, so that's why money is not everything, tama naman yon, but lack of money affects majority of our life, diba? So yan, sorry naiiyak. Anyway, kaka-start pa lang di ba? And of course, I was a working scholar. In college, I served the parish. I was one of the youth leaders of our parish and a recipient of the parish scholarship. And of course, you need to pay back with your scholarship. So naranasan ko din mahugas ng pinggan mula madaling araw hanggang madaling araw because may event sa parish namin and the scholars need to serve, and nilagnat ako kinabukasan. Di ba? So di lalim, no? Hindi lalim to be a working scholar growing up. However, no, ganon yon. And then, graphic designer before IMG. I graduated Bachelor of Science in Architectural Drafting. And then, now I am a full-time financial educator. So that is why sabi nila, mature daw ako mag-isip. By the way, I'm 30 years old. But, even if I was 25 or 23, I think ahead. Sabi na para daw akong matured mag-isip kasi of all the mga experiences ko in life, maybe that is why, no. So but anyway, I love my parents, no, even though ganon yung nangyari, but I'm proud to have supportive family as well. So yan, so I think it's part of our life. However, yan, so there are things na we don't want our kids to experience growing up. Okay, now question. By the way, I'm from Tagbilaran City, then ito yung Ubay Bohol, kabilang dulo ng Bohol. So, of course, if tatanungin tayo, if lalakarin ba natin yung distance na yan, no? Of course, our answer is no because para naman tayong tanga nung kung lalakarin natin. However, if we say na if we walk that far, tapos may reward na naghihintay sa atin at the end of the line, question, would you walk that far? Question, get a chat on the chat box. Would you walk 90 kilometers? If sasabihin sa'yo, maglakad ka mula Ubay hanggang Tagbilaran, tapos may naghihintay sa'yo na 10 million pesos sa finish line. Lalakarin ba natin yan? Yan. Of course, yes, no? Kasi we have a reward waiting for us at the end of the line. Now, how should I compare this on our IMG journey? So, taking the first step is having a belief, no? The thought that you are here in this class this evening, you are the few people who believe in our mission, who believe in our system here in IMG. Because I know your team have a lot of members. I know it's more than 22 members, but you are the few pillars of the team who have, who want to change their life and who believe in IMG. Kasi yung ibang kasama natin natutulog na siguro ngayon. Diba? So taking the first step is our belief, and the uncomfortable walk, mainit, kapoy, no, maalikabok, nakakapagod. That's our uncomfortable walk. That's the journey. And the journey is never easy. No? That is why a lot of people, when you walk, tapos nahirapan ka, dito ka pa lang sa alis siya, mag-stop ka na, give up na. But you have a big why. Nasa isip mo yung reward. That's why you continue to endure the uncomfortable walk for you to reach your goals. So what reward is our biggest why? So sabi nga nila, find a why that makes you cry. Yon. And then, can you shout on the chat box if it's not too much, no, to share what are your biggest why. So we're waiting for your interactions on the chat box. I will share my biggest why. No, I want to provide the best life for my family. Of course, that's my biggest why. Second is I want to prove to myself that I could be somebody, no? Kasi I started a family at age 21, believe it or not. And sabi nga nila sa culture dito sa Bohol, kapag maaga kang mag-asawa, game over na. Parang like you have no chance to, achieve your dreams. Wala ka ng chance na ma-plaster imong pagkabutang sa Bisaya pa. So I want to prove to myself that even if I made some setbacks before, I will be able to stand up again. And of course, as I do the mission, nadagdagan yung why. And now my why is to help my team achieve their goals as well. So before, only for self and for family, but now it includes other people and your friends and your lahat, no? So yan. Okay, great. Thank you for sharing, no? And yan. So sharing my belief. So taking the first step, I joined IMG April 2014. So I'm already running 7 years as part of the IMG business. And I started the IMG career part-time. Like most of us, a lot of us start IMG part-time. Wala namang, very few lang yung nag-full-time agad. So I had a job. I worked as a graphic designer online, no? And then yung before graphic designer, I was promoted to the management level. So yung stress ng clients dumadaan sa akin, I delegate it to my team, and the stress from my team dumadaan sa akin, and I filter it to go to my clients. So imagine the pressure I had in the job that I had. I worked for an Australian-based company, and I had a family. My son back then when I started was only 2 years old, no. And we had a business, meron kaming printing business, tapos yung website business namin. So ang dami kong ginagawa sa buhay ko. I was juggling all of these things at the same time, no, during that time. But that's why yung excuses ng ibang team members natin na they cannot do IMG because meron, parang meron silang family and job and whatever, no? So I was you back then, but of course, if talagang gusto, maraming paraan, if talagang ayaw, maraming dahilan. So it boils down to our commitment to our dreams. And I said to myself, I'm not gonna exert all my effort into my job. Kasi sabi nga nila, if you want to see your future, check the person kung sino highest position doon sa company nyo, yan yung magiging ikaw. No? And then I'm one of the people na nasa tuktok or ceiling na ng promotion. I was a part of the management team. I will replace the VP and the owner, parang ganon. Then I said to myself, I'm not okay financially, no? So if my workers below me, they were gonna become like me in the future, and I was struggling financially. I had debts to pay. So it's not the life that I wanted. And I checked out IMG, and people here, 5 years, 10 years in the business, Sir Jess Faller, Ma'am Ginaline Labrado, Ma'am Feli and Sir Bench Santiago, more than 10 years, they are earning 1 million a month. So I think I would focus my time more on the area that I would like to become in the future. So that is why we are still part-time in IMG. Might as well, you need to check that out as well. If yung pinaglalaanan ng oras mo, yan ba yung future na gusto mo? And if not, maghinay-hinay na ta. No, we want to wake up now. Life is short. time is gold, no? So that is why build your IMG business on the side. If you cannot retire or resign yet from your job, build your IMG business so that you can transition from the life that you don't want to the life that you want. And that is something personal decision na yan. Even if your coach will push you and you are not convinced that IMG can give you the life that you want, it would be hard for you to build your business because it growth on the inside fuels growth on the outside. So that's how it is. So all the CEOs, the EVCs here in IMG, they understood. They have big belief in what we do. Okay, so a lot of first time happened. It was my first plane ride because what I said, we grew up not having enough, so wala kaming budget for travel and all. I attended my first convention in Manila 2014 July, and imagine I joined IMG April, May, June, July. For 3 months, I had no results at all. No recruit, no sale. I was struggling to deliver the mission during that time. And dito pa ako sa Bohol. So before, wala pang online, no? Yung mentor ko nasa Cebu. So I need to, and then hindi kami galing sa isang influential na family. So who would believe, people like that sharing IMG, and dito sa Bohol, hindi pa known. Anong IMG? They don't know IMG. So it was a hard start for us. So if you have no production now and you are new in the business, hindi ka nag-iisa. I was struggled with making this business work, di ba? So however, after this convention, ito yung first announcement ng 15-15. Would like to highlight this one kasi it's coming back now. 15-15 promo for SMD. Then after this convention, I started running 30-30 field leader. Back then it was MD, August 2014. And after the convention, a month after I hit field leader, and another month after I hit SMD. So I became SMD first year in the business. So medyo maaga akong nahinog in the business. So after a few months, I understood that this is the business that's for me. And due to a very impulsive decision, I opened the Tagbilaran office. So all of you did not do that bold move I did before. And with a big overhead every month, I continued building. And you know what? After attending SMD bootcamp, they said SMD is the highest contract available here in IMG. I thought I was there already. Yes, SMD na ako. So I think I'm ready to open an office. But you know what? After I decided to open the office, paglingon ko sa magkabilang dulo, nagsiwalaan lahat ng team ko. Nasaan sila? I was alone when I did this decision. So, yan. But, did I quit? No, I didn't, because I saw something during the convention that other people did not see. So, I pursued. And you know what? After 1 year of building IMG, nothing happened. I paid this big overhead on my rent and utilities and all. And I started building and nothing happened. My few guests na nag-attend, but I wasn't able to find people to work with me. Imagine for a year, di ba? So, no one in their right mind would continue a business like that. Now, if your business is mas malaki pa yung ipino-pour out mo than pumapasok na income, of course, magsasarado ka na. But I did not, because my belief in the business very big. So, and I continued, and then another year, after a year, I started building a team, 2015. It took me 2 years to find right people. So here's Stella, Ma'am Josie, Apple, and we started creating events, and I had few pillars on the team already here in Bohol. And we go to Cebu almost every week to attend Upstart School. Ito is, super cut, no? Dinadala ko yung associates ko to Cebu, and then some of the associates, they cannot afford to pay the pamilite, the pamasahe sa barko. Some of them, I paid for them, di ba? But then some of them quit in the business anyway, no? Building people is never easy, no? You need to have a lot of sacrifices. I organize events like this, ang laki ng bayad ko sa mga rent ng mga hotel, but konti lang yung nag-join and save. However, I understood that you should plant in order for you to harvest. So no one on the right mind would continue a business, a struggling business like this, if you don't have a big heart, no? So, but deep inside my heart, IMG is that thing that I want to do. So, I did continue. Now, after that, IMG is the reason why I traveled my first tatak sa passport ko, travel international, went to Macau Convention, had Hong Kong side trip. So para sa akin, fulfillment siya sa self ko considering my background na hindi talaga namin afford mag-Disneyland when I grew up. So yan, so that is why this is a very special moment. Kahit nagbaon lang kami ng noodles kasi yung ano namin allowance is just enough, hindi enough para magkain-kain, magasto-gasto. So, I did go to the convention because there were few people coming. Excuse me. And after that one, no, I cannot pay the overhead anymore. So it would take me around 12,000 on my old office. Then I decided to, rather than closing it, because even if we attended convention, ganun pa rin, walang growth. So we moved to a smaller office. This time, I made this office our house at the same time para makatipid ako, no? So, office plus house combination. So, we made our living room as an office. Kay hindi ko talagang kayang isara yung IMG office dito sa Bohol. You know what? Every time I do MO, kinukulong ko yung anak ko sa kwarto, di ba? So, and then there was one time, nagugat ko MO, my son was crying because he wants to go out, and I cannot let him out because I had to talk to my clients. So, it was painful experience for me. However, so like part of pains of building, so I did continue, and then thank God after this year, I promoted to direct SMD. So that's Ma'am Josie, now a CEO and Apple. No, Apple is one of my first SMDs, and bakit my smiley face dito? No, because the same year I promoted to direct SMDs, they quit in the business. Apple went to Canada because meron siyang opportunity doon, and who am I to stop her from going? And Ma'am Josie during that year said to me that she will lay low with IMG kasi meron siyang doctorate na kailangan niya mag-aral ng doctorate degree required by her school. So that is why they both left me the same year I promoted them. So I said to myself, after I work hard promoting people, they will just, disappear. However, did I give up? No, I didn't. So I continued building. So Hong Kong Convention is a turning point because this was the lows of the business that I said na I won't go to the Hong Kong Convention. Why? Because I cannot afford it. I don't have a team. I don't have a momentum. I don't have money. Wala akong gana. Wala lahat. Then na-coach ako ni Sir Jess na dapat mag-go daw ako sa convention or else he will disown me in the business. So during that time, I had two options. Either I'm gonna go to Hong Kong or I will just quit IMG and do something else with my life. But I chose to do IMG. No, I booked a ticket to Hong Kong, double the price just to attend the convention and just to, make my coach believe in me again, di ba? So, yan. And during that time, Ma'am Josie was there. Even though nag-aaral siya ng doctorate, she said na she will go with me. And that is why she deserves to be CEO because she was there in good times and in bad times, no? So, this convention allowed me to bounce back. I continued building even I was alone in the next convention and attending the next convention, few people, only 2 people attending annual convention, 3 people. Who would have thought that this team would become very big considering the number of people I'm bringing to the convention, no? So, what made me hold on to IMG because my belief is deep. Ano man, I attend meetings, I go to Cebu even if I had no team just to attend meeting. No, even if I'm alone in the business, I continue doing activities, I continue building people. So that was my uncomfortable journey, in this career. And the turning point was the Malaysia convention because another 15-15 promo was announced during that time. And I only brought 4 people. Imagine, no? Is this team an EVC material team? Of course not, no? So, putyo-putyo, no? Putyo-putyo na team. Kasi 4 people lang yung nadala sa convention. However, this is the start of our reward. We walked an uncomfortable walk. I endured a lot of hardships, a lot of challenges, no? Into building. But, there's a reward waiting for you at the end of the line. So this is something that I saw back then, 2014, I saw that it's gonna happen to me. So, even if it was not easy. So, after the Malaysia convention, annual convention, we promoted for SMD. So, that's the start of our explosion, year 2019. It was just last year, year 2019. After this convention, annual convention, I decided to go full-time and fire my boss. born the boat and I said na this is something I want to do for the rest of my life. You know what? It's not easy to uh, sit down on your computer solving other people's problems. So like, stress ka sa problema ng ibang tao and you just have to say ba na, why am I doing this? No? So, I'm not born for this. Bakit ako nandito sa four walls of my home office when I had a very good opportunity out there waiting for me? Because when I wasn't doing IMG full-time, it's hard to build. Why? Because every time my team wants to set an appointment, I said to them, busy man ko, no? Ano na, later na lang. So, yung mga momentum nawawala because of my work. So, I decided to do IMG full-time. I'm not saying you to fire your boss, but that's what happened to me. You know, every time you say to yourself, magre-resign na ba ako? If you ask the question, magre-resign ba ako? You're not ready yet. You just know when it's time. Because during this time, I had no doubt at all. And I was so sure that I'm gonna be doing it. And of course, if you fire your boss, that's something na, anong tawag dito? Do or die. You know? So, mapasmo ta, di na tuwad-wad doon. So, that is why, after this, we opened an office, no, not part of our house anymore. Beside our, the property that we are renting, merong bodega dyan, renovate namin for our small office. So, this time, medyo presentable na siya compared before na sala namin yung aming office. Then, after July 2019, a month after we hit EMD Green Jacket with flying colors, no? So, our run was parang ano lang siya, light lang because the team, there was momentum in the team. And then after my EMD Green Jacket was awarded in Macau, during this time, I was supposedly CEO na pero hindi pa na-verify yung points. So, hinintay ng kaunti, nag-run ng kaunti, and it, during this Macau convention, we promoted more, 5 more SMDs, and February convention, na-award yung aming CEO. And this was a very defining moment for me because ang tawag dito, kami lang yung na-award na CEO. Unlike like last convention, maraming CEO parang ano lang, hindi masyadong special. But this convention, I think, was, parang feel ko lang, so sorry ko naman to, feel ko lang it was created for us kasi kami lang yung natatanging CEO na na-award during that convention, and it was something unforgettable na hindi naman ako achiever talaga sa school. Like, parang ano lang, chill lang. But during this time, even a nobody will become a somebody. You know, even if, and whatever is your background in life, you are given a chance to be big here in IMG. So that's one of the best moments of my life, no? And especially this picture where Sir Joanne nagbow sa akin. Sino ba naman ako para i-honor at i-respect ng ganyan ng president of the company? So that's amazing, no? So I cannot describe it in words, but you need to experience it by yourself. The feeling of being in that situation. You know what? Like, building the business, I had a lot of close friends who did not believe in me until now, even up to this day. Even if I'm already an EVC and ring earner and whatever, there are still some relatives and friends who still doubt in what we do. But it's painful. No, I know it's painful. I know a lot of you experienced that. And there was one time I said to myself na, if maging CEO ako, huyo kayong lahat sa akin. But you know what? When you are there, you don't look back anymore. You just look forward. No, you don't care about the non-believers. You just care about how to make your team more bigger, about how to make how to promote your team to the next level. And that's something na napakaganda dito sa IMG. Well, hindi ka maninega talaga, di ba? So, the environment will push you to choose what will grow you rather than what will destroy you. That's amazing. Emotional, di ba? Sorry. And then, after this convention, we were ready to build it big. February, itong convention na to So, March, a month after lockdown, no? I was worried if what will gonna happen to our business, considering I'm doing it full-time. And, like, I had two options. So, either being sabi ka dito, being challenged is inevitable, but being defeated is optional. So we decided to win. And the runners stayed here in Tagbilaran City during the lockdown para may internet sila. So even the team of Ma'am Jessamine Asukan, one of my CEOs, stayed in one boarding house. Doon sila kumakain, doon sila nag-MO, doon sila natutulog for 3 months. Imagine that, no? But some people chose to stay in the bukid, walang signal, but I found a team of full of winners mindset. That is why takod-takod, the momentum, we are the first team who were able to adapt in the new normal to like, hindi naman sa pagmamayabang or pagbubuhat ng sariling bangko, but we were the first team to make a bang, make a noise during the early stages of the pandemic. And I'm proud of that. And I'm thankful to be able to, binigyan ako ng people under my team who are better than me, who are more driven than me. So that's what happened to our team. And yan. So I haven't updated this yet. No? So nakalimutan kong i-update. So we had, yan. We promoted 51 SMDs during the lockdown since March. Imagine that. No, I had only like mga less than 10 SMD last year. And then this year we grew 5 times, 6 times, di ba? You know what, my vision about my career, I will just share it. Sabi ko, yung goal natin na 10M 2025, I was then back then as CEO 2019, I said, maybe it would take 3 years for us to become an ABC team. And, after 2025, maybe we are still an ABC team and we'll promote at least 5 CEOs. You know what? We did that in a year. 2020, we did our vision for 2025. My dreams were very small compared to what God has planned for us, no? So imagine this, naiiyak na. Anyway, that's amazing, no? Like, I can't believe na possible pala siya. Like, I limited myself, very realistic ako mag-isip minsan eh. Na, I cannot, hindi ko ma-imagine na pwede palang, if God really will bless you, walang limit. Di ba naiiyak? Sorry. Okay, and then, we brought in 900 registrants during the, June convention. So, yan. And then, we promoted 6 green jackets during this pandemic. And I'm proud of that, no? So, I found people, amazing people, who are better than me. And yeah, so imagine the years of building, no? I thought ba nga, sayang lahat ng effort ko, no? Ay pabalik-balik ng Cebu, pa-attend ng convention, opening my office without gaining anything in return. But those years prepared me for big blessing pala, no? So it's not, all those years are not useless pala because, I was, sorry ha. Okay. All those years are not useless pala kasi, God prepared me to lead a big team. I attended a lot of meetings, all conventions, and knowledge-wise, I was ready to build. I had a lot of experiences in the field. I had enough rejections for me to be strong as a person. And yeah, so I was ready for success. So all the hardships na mapagdadaanan natin building IMG will prepare you for your explosion, no, in the future. So yan. And then after this, I promoted additional 4 CEOs in the person of Ma'am Josie. No, again, she was there for me in good times and in bad times. So that's why she deserved to follow my footsteps. And she's near the million ring earner as well as of now. And I promoted Ma'am Jo, no? She's only 25 years old, but already a CEO. Parang duplicate ko talaga to eh. I'm proud of this engineer to, no? Nag full-time sa IMG. And, she's one of my pillars on the team. So, murag, shall I say, mapiangan ko if mukwit ni sa business. So, very reliable team member. And we have her Ma'am Sam, no? Jessamine Asukan, and Sir Marvin Bongato. So, we promoted 4 CEOs during the lockdown. And you know what? That was my 2025 vision. I said, I will promote 5 CEOs in 2025. And we did 4 in 2020. Imagine, di ba? So, yan. And then, yeah, we had 6 qualifiers for London. Half the Prosper Pinoy team qualifiers are from my team, and I'm proud of that, no? So, sabi nila kapag ikaw lang yung dumating sa tuktok ng malungkot, dapat marami kang kasama para masaya. Yon. And this during this time, we are working on another CEOs to follow. Ma'am Sam is finishing her CEO kasi may iba, her London, kasi may ibang points na outside the run date, and she's trying to replace those points. And meron din kaming malapit na maging green jacket, surprise na lang in the upcoming days, no? So, lumalaban yung team namin. Okay, and then, so we hit our ring earner in July, and then, hindi ko pa na-update, no? Just last night, my husband requalified. For 4 months, we requalified for another $1 million here in IMG. So, imagine, lockdown, nawala ng trabaho yung iba, yung dito sa IMG, yung personally on my business, ito yung best na year ko so far financially. I was able to zero out my debts, no? I had business debts before na nangyari nung I had some businesses na hindi nag-succeed. So I failed in business. So marami akong utang, not because gastador ako, but marami akong utang because I started a lot of wrong businesses in the past, you know, and they failed. And imagine, I replenished it, and I said na I'm gonna pay the debt for 5 years. And imagine, for 1 year, I pay off my debts. 300,000 debt I pay off in 1 year. And, you know, it's all because of IMG, no? And I can give tithes, full 10% tithes. Yung tithes ko para akong nagbibigay ng para akong may car loan, 20 to 25,000 per month, 'di ba? Para kang may car loan. Imagine that, no? How can you give tithes if you are tight in budget? So, you cannot give something you don't have. So, yeah, so we need to, you know, I know it's just hindi pa siya enough. We can do better. Felis and Chow is earning 1 million a month. We are getting there, but thank God for IMG for letting us experience all of this. And I slowly, yung mga dreams ko are slowly getting achieved, no? Before, anong tawag din, naiiyak naman ako, but, you know, like, anong tawag to, yung lot, yung property ko, malapit na fully paid. Thank God for that. So, so there are dreams I set for long term, like, gusto kong as of now, we are renting. We are not there. We are not yet rich. This year is just my year for me to bounce back. No, sorry, naiiyak naman. So, but this year, 2020, I was able to backtrack all my, ano tawag ito, mga balikunon. I pay off my debts. I'm starting to help my family. And, you know, next year will be a big year for me. So, ipag-pray nyo yan. And that's because of IMG, no? Imagine. And I can help my family without getting hurt in my finances, no? Like, before, if my siblings, my parents would ask for assistance, parang nahihirapan talaga ako kasi kulang pa nga yung income ko sa sarili kong pamilya. But now, it's okay, you know, like, you can help a lot because you are blessed. Yeah. Sorry ha, emotional mo ko. Yeah, and we were able to hit another ring for my husband after 4 months, no? Sorry. Okay. Yeah, so this is the trend of my income, no? Before, when I started, I only earned around mga 5,000, tapos nagbabayad ako ng office 12,000, may convention pa, no? Again, no one in his right mind would continue a business like that, but I did continue. And then so naghinay-hinay siya og saka when I fired my boss, I was earning 50,000 2019. Actually, that's average income 2019 after I went full time. When my income in my job is around mga 70,000, 50 to 70,000 range. And as a, you know, online coordinator. Then when I fired my boss, my income in IMG is only averages around mga 30 to 40 range, half of my income from my job. But I chose to make it work. So average IMG income after I went full-time, mga 50,000. So I was able to match my income from my job the same year. But this time, kulang pa din yan, no? Like, you're building a business, and then first half of 2020 you earn mga 150, then August onwards, no, after I promoted a lot of CEOs, ito yung trend ng income ko, mga 250,000 more or less, yan, monthly. That is why we were able to hit our another million ring in 4 months, no. And next year I'm saving up for our own house kasi ngayon renting pa lang kami. And that was a 10-year goal. 10-year goal na magkaroon ako ng sariling bahay na yung sarili ko na talaga. But I think I can make it next year considering all the numbers and the facts, you know, like all the things that, syempre nagko-compute din naman ako. So I think we can do it next year by God's grace, no? Yeah, so so parang gano'n. It would take a lot of courage to be able to endure in order to get the reward. Because some people, dito pa lang sa mga panahong to, wala na, ayawan na, di ba? Ayawan na tayo kasi maliit lang yung income, malaki yung income sa job ko. It takes a lot of vision to be able to go all out, no? And then, we were promoted to EVC team last August. So actually, confirmed na siya. Hindi ko na-update yung slide. So yan. And then, our team, ito yung check-in ng team namin. Before, ganito lang ka nipes yung nag-earn ng income sa team namin. Kinukuha ko sa Cebu na maihapra yung mga tao na may cheque, but now yung dumadating na cheque sa office namin, binandol, no? Meaning, a lot of our team are also earning at the same time. So that's something amazing. No? Hindi lang ikaw yung nag-earn, kundi yung marami na din sa team mo yung nasimulang mag-earn at they follow your footsteps as well. And then, yeah, of course, our dream car is still at work. No, we are still 500 away from hitting it and we have 1 month to go. So ipag-pray nyo na sana ma-hit na tong goal na to. So hopefully, by God's grace. So, yan. And then, of course, this is the reward waiting for us at the end of the line. We want financial freedom. And of course, we want time freedom. And I think freedom, it has a big thing to do with having lots of money. Para sa akin lang. Like, you know, money is not everything, but, you know, if you have money, you will become better in all aspects of your life. So that's for me, my own opinion. Spiritually, you can give more in your church, no? Ano tawag dito? With regards to physically, no, you can look better, you can afford na magpa-ribbon, magpa-brace, something like that. Emotionally, you will become less stressed because based on experience, number one talaga ng cause of stress is yung marami kang utang na babayaran, yung bills mo na natatakot ka kasi due date na, something like that. And then, if ever, you know, you have no emergency fund, isang litik lang, balik as uno, something like that. So, stressful, no? Emotionally, you will become better. And of course, sa imong health, no, you can choose whatever you want to eat. Unlike if you have limited resources, you just eat what's available. But if you have more resources, you have more freedom in all aspects of your life. So that's for me. So it would make you go home to the Philippines as an OFW. It would retire your wife. It would retire your husband, no? Something like that. And, you know, spend more time with your family without a boss. Do whatever you want, anytime, anywhere. No need to leave, no? Yan. So that's the reward waiting for you if you continue doing the IMG business, no? And I'll close my training with this quote, no? So the joy of life can't just be good food, nice clothes, fancy car, and a happy family. So it includes the pain of defeat, the hurt of endurance, the fear of trying, and the giving and the sacrifice for a cause that benefits others. Yan. So I encourage you all to become strong people, people who are ready to endure, people who have strong belief, people who are fighters, no? Fighters for the goals. So, yan. And then, I encourage you all to continue believing. So, according to dito, no? Increase your belief, no? Increase your belief. Whatever your belief right now, maybe small belief, you may say, IMG is the organization that would change your life. Some of us may say, we are not convinced, no? Increase your belief. Attend meetings, attend conventions, enjoy the journey, good or bad, no? Reap the rewards of your hard work. So according to Coach Alicia Yen, don't stop wasting your time not believing. Stop wasting your time, slowing down, make a difference for your family and to the people out there. Maybe you are busy with the wrong things right now. try to reflect. Is that the life that you wanted? Is that the future that you want? Being away from your family, being able, like you want to beg for your boss to sign your leave to be with your family? Is that the life that you want? You need to reflect as early as now. If not, stop wasting your time not believing, and don't ever slow down. So thank you so much. I encourage you to become a hope builder. Continue to help one person every day. So thank you, and I'll give you back to Coach Hera. God bless. Thank you so much. I hope na-inspire mo. Salamat.
Salamat kaayo, Coach Rosie. That was just blow away, no? So even I know kanang nakahilak jud, Rosie, every time jud makahir ko sa imong story, makahilak jud ko. Thank you so much for sharing that to us. Nakahilak pud ka. So you see guys, no, whatever we it is that we are experiencing right now, a lot of rejections, a lot of no's, katiting ra gyud na sa giagian ni Rose. I had my I still have my fair shares of rejections, of no's, but again, like what what Rosie said, what Coach Jess always say, no, na do not focus on them, focus on the many other people na nag-iintay na matulungan natin. So ayun, ano, so again, thank you, Rosie. And it's late na, no, so assignment, no, ano yung best takeaway natin kay Coach Rose, and maybe we can share it to the team. And we'll meet again tomorrow. We'll discuss that and discuss more about the topic in the leaders meeting in our daily alignment meeting. Amazing, Jud, sabi dito, oh, amazing, inspiring, makahilak. Yes, makahilak kaayo. Makaana jud tang gamay pa atong giagian sa giagian ni Rose, no. All right. So, thank you, Rosie. I know napaka meeting. Salamat jud kaayo. What ay nako na mention, guys, no. Even me, I have this, ano, hindi ko ma-express. Ang start pud sa ako, ang feeling nako kanang start sa success here in IMG started with Rose. I'm not sure if Rose knows this, but at that time when I started field training na after I gave birth and got settled now with breastfeeding, no, struggle ako kasi para akong nagmushy yung brain ko after 2 years of no field training, nasa bahay lang. Although nakaka-close, di ba, online, meron naman tayong mga personal na production. Pero field train, struggle talaga ako. Hindi ako makagawa ng proper na slides. And just one message kay Rose talaga, nag-ask ako kay Rose, if Rose, pwede ka bang makapag-share ng slides mo kasi yun nga, hindi talaga ako magawa. So after that, yun yung finalo ko, yun yung ginamit sa team, and yun din yung nag-start dun sa Kalbayo kasi yun yung slides na ginamit. Tapos nag-ripple na yun. Even now, yung slides natin ngayon, yan yung kay Rose din. That's why I really owe Rose a lot. Sabi ko, ayun, so dito sa IMG, kahit even this meeting, Rose doesn't earn from this. We are not part of her team, but look at IMG, no, nagtutulungan talaga, no. So yun lang, hindi, Rose, thank you so much for being a blessing to our team, and we promise to pay it back by helping more people. Thank you, and good night na kasi nakahilak. God bless everyone. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rose, so much.